In my last video, I shared some things that we are not doing this holiday season. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 things that we are. And the first one, I purposefully decided to say first so that I would make myself not cry. And that is to enjoy this holiday season as my daughter's last one at home. Yes, next year she'll be in college, so she'll come home, but is it going to be the same? No. This is my last season with her home. And I am going to enjoy it. I'm going to be purposeful about when I have free time that I'm doing something with her, inviting her down, to cook with me or find crafts to do or shows just to hang out, whether they're Christmas shows or not. I want to be purposeful about this last season being about her and creating those memories. Next thing I'm going to be doing, told you, I'm not crying. The next thing that we are doing in our homeschool season is a Christmas morning basket. I have talked a lot about how we came to love morning baskets and how we put together morning baskets that work for us. But if you don't know, my boys are 6th grade and 8th grade, and morning baskets that you often see on the internet are not a style that work for us. But I made some changes, some tweaks to one that I did last year that we will do this year, and I'm really excited for it. We've got some good books in it, a mix of like picture books, yes, Christmas season, we still do picture books, chapter books, some different activities, writing activities, and videos, and just some fun things that we can still learn about the holidays, and we will do some chemistry things and some physics activities and writing, but it'll be Christmas themed, it'll be enjoyable and fun for us. Now, as I talked about in my last video, when I was talking about not doing all the things because they end up feeling like a to-do list for me, that can happen really easily with a morning basket for me too. I don't want it to be something that we don't enjoy going through. And if I'm not enjoying part of it, my kids aren't enjoying part of it, we just move on. Like, it's something to be enjoyed, not something to feel like it's one more grammar lesson that you don't want to do, but you have to do it because you have to learn how to spell or where to use periods. Now, I do have a video coming up. I think it'll be the next video where I share what we are doing in our morning basket. So if you're interested in knowing what we'll be doing, and I would say it's good for ages like 4th through 8th grade. So if you're interested, share your subscribe so that you don't miss it. And the last thing that we are doing this holiday season is saying no freely. Last year, a lot of people talked about how they want to use 2020 as a reset, a way to, a time to appreciate being forced to slow down and then intentionally choosing things to add back in. But for a lot of people, that wasn't the case. They went in with the best of intentions, but then they found it hard to say no. And I know that it can be really hard to say no to things, especially if you live in your family and your family does lots of things every year. But you don't owe anyone your time or your presence. And I know that's easier said than done. As a military family, we've got a built-in no because we can't travel every year. We just can't. And in fact, we've traveled very few Christmases because, well, we wanted that time at home with the kids. I would have been fine traveling more, but my husband was really intentional about wanting our kids to be at home on Christmas Day. And I grew to really appreciate that. I miss seeing my family during the holidays a lot. But I also love that we can choose. We can say no. We can say no without feeling guilty. And that's been one of the things this year as we've added things back in. Is I've been very careful about saying, when the kids were younger, in some ways it was really hard to say no without regret, because I wanted to be there, or I felt like we should be there. Over the years though, I've really grown to understand that no one is owed my presence. You don't have to be rude, it's not about that. But if someone else is upset by you saying that you aren't going to go to 3 places on Christmas Day anymore, that's on them. And I know it's easier said than done. I know that. But I know that it's also worth it. If you enjoy going 3 places on Christmas Day, fantastic. As a kid, running around on Christmas season, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, that didn't bother me. I enjoyed it. But I have 2 kiddos who would absolutely hate it. So if you enjoy it, say yes. But say yes, like choosing it with intention. Yes, I'm going to enjoy this. But if it's not something that you want to do, it is absolutely okay to say no. Whether that's a family event, whether that's the annual homeschool mom cookie swap that you've always hosted, or the Christmas pageant that you've always helped to put on at church, whatever it is okay to say no. I would love to know down in the comments what you are choosing to do this holiday season, or something that you've chosen not to do. Let me know. If you missed me talking about things we're not doing, click on the video on your screen. I'll see you over there.